What is good, y'all? My name is Javelle, and today we're going to be reacting to top 10 conspiracy theories that turned out to be true. Now, before we even get into this, I can already guarantee there's going to be about like 3, 4, or 5 different government ones, because nowadays you can't trust the government for any type of important information. We got to put our trust in people that just be chilling at home, hacking and stuff, data mining and all that junk. But I do love me a good conspiracy theory, even though most of them are bull crap. But that's besides the point, so let's get into this.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 conspiracy theories that turned out to be true.
Ooh,
Hey, shout out Watch Mojo.
The president sitting there signing a document. What the heck were we worried about?
For this list, we'll be going over the strangest and most
The voice
famous
didn't match the
conspiracy
person.
theories that were actually conspiracy facts. Is there a theory you once believed that you now realize was a load of baloney? Tell us in the comments.
Actually, yes, that the Chef Boyardee can was really an extremely flammable and explosive device that...
Number 10, Roswell cover-up.
The Roswell
In the
cover-up.
summer of 1947, an object crashed down to Earth in Roswell, New Mexico. Theories that it was an alien spacecraft have pervaded pop culture for over a half a century since.
Everybody thinks
Bro.
that Roswell was the first sighting of a UFO in the United States, and that bull roar.
The U.S. Air Force claimed that the object was merely a weather balloon, only added fuel to the fire. And the conspiracy theorists were right. It was no weather balloon, and there was a cover-up. But it wasn't an alien ship either, probably. The object was a high-altitude balloon launched as part of Project Mogul. These balloons were intended to detect sound waves from Soviet atomic bomb tests.
Yo, hold on.
In the Cold War, the U.S. military couldn't exactly be honest about that in the papers. Now, whether you think that's another cover story, well...
This better not be another damn Russian spy job.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. I already knew that there wasn't no freaking spaceship. Like, they be so quick to mark something up as an unidentified aircraft or something. Like, bro, if you just look at it, it's just a big balloon. I promise you no little aliens are just gonna hop out there like that, bro.
Number 9, Big Tobacco's big lie.
There's extensive use of this technology, which is called ammonia chemistry, that allows for nicotine to be more rapidly absorbed in the lungs, and therefore affect the brain and central nervous system.
Smoking causes lung cancer and a lot of other adverse health effects. Scientists demonstrated this definitively in the 1950s. However, public opinion wavered for decades, with sources springing up to generate controversy and debate. Some suspected that the tobacco industry was suppressing and distorting the facts through a coordinated campaign, and it eventually came out that they were. Together, the world's largest tobacco companies initiated Operation Berkshire to generate fake controversy and debate. Big Tobacco knew that smoking caused cancer and that nicotine was addictive. They decided not to make cigarettes less harmful because addiction made them a lot of money.
Yeah, why would they? If they're literally the ones making it, why would they make it less addictive? Because that is what's bringing in their revenue. They're not gonna do that.
Just goes to show, where there's smoke, there's often fire.
See how camels agree with your throat. See how mild and good tasting a cigarette can be.
Number 8, the White Sox through the World Series. The Chicago White Sox are on record for having one of the longest droughts between winning World Series at 87 years. However, they weren't always known for their bad luck. Back in the late 1910s, the Sox won in 1917, and they even had a wonder like Shoeless Joe Jackson on the team. Yet, rumors
Don't know
during
who
the
that is.
1919 series held that the games were fixed. The White Sox lost the series, but the rumors persisted into the next year.
So how'd they find out?
A grand jury found evidence that 8 players, including Jackson, though his role is disputed, were involved in a conspiracy to receive money in exchange for throwing the series.
Yeah.
I think the Black Sox players saw
if you making more money throwing the game, get that bread.
a high reward for what they were doing. They could make as much as their yearly salary in 1 week. For fixing the World Series.
I would do it too.
While the trial found them not guilty, they were nevertheless banned from the league permanently. Number 7, nefarious agents infiltrated.
You know, I would do it, but I wouldn't get caught.
Number 7, nefarious agents infiltrated the government.
Oh, that's facts.
The Church of Scientology
That's facts.
is infamously touchy about any criticism of their organization.
If you don't think there's been nobody that's infiltrated or invaded,
their influence over celebrities
you're
is
mistaken.
well known, but theories about their influence over the government are also out there. And here's the
Whoa.
thing.
Hold on. Let me go back real quick.
But
you low-key look like an evil agent, bro. He invaded. That's just facts. He's in here right now collecting data.
Scientologists really did infiltrate the government. In the 1970s, at least 5,000 members of the organization conducted espionage on government agencies and private organizations. And this wasn't a fringe element either. The founder's wife, Mary Sue Hubbard, pleaded guilty and went to prison. It was one of the largest scale infiltrations of the US government in history. All of this was done with the aim of destroying evidence that painted Scientology in an unfavorable light. It arguably had quite the opposite effect.
Wow. That's crazy. You screwed it up.
Pretty sensitive.
Number 6. The FBI spied on political activists.
What? That's facts. Yeah, who would actually go against that? That's
Those involved
facts.
in political protests and other activist causes are often paranoid that they're being watched. And they should be, because it's happened before and it can happen again.
I mean, out of all the people that have like gathered evidence or any type of info on something super private, the government and like the FBI and all them, they get rid of them. That's facts. If you don't know that, now you know. If you're in way too deep into something that you really should not be in, they're going to come for you and they're going to try to cover it up, make it seem like an accident or something. That's actually happened to multiple people. I should look up a video and react to that one because I know for a fact there are so many of those that are out there.
Tapes from the hotel rooms, FBI reports, those are pieces of information that we shouldn't have.
From the late 50s to the early 70s, the FBI engaged in illegal surveillance, infiltration, and disruption of protest movements and other organizations deemed subversive.
He realized how sick this country was. We were trying to reveal the truth about segregation.
Man, that's
These
sick.
ranged from independence movements to civil rights movements to feminist organizations. They even had John Lennon, the former Beatles frontman, under watch. While this program, named COINTELPRO, was abolished in 1971, others may have taken its place.
This represents the darkest part of the Bureau's history.
Number 5. The first female U.S. president. While the United States has yet to elect a woman to the office of president, by electoral college anyway, some theorize that a woman has assumed the duties of the office already. In 1990,
So that's true.
President Woodrow Wilson suffered a debilitating stroke.
Yep, I remember
this
that.
left him bedridden and partially paralyzed with some impaired judgment.
If I don't help him be president, what
So she really helped Woodrow?
For
Like,
over a year,
majority of the
Wilson's
help?
wife Edith aided him in governing the country to the point where she was basically performing his job in all but name. The degree of her involvement was kept a close secret.
Wow.
And Wilson herself denied that she made executive decisions until her death.
So he's like sitting there, and they like move his.
That's crazy. So
arm,
she
and
really,
then they
she
just-
really was the one behind his years. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Just release that to the press, and that's how dumb people were back then.
Number 4. The government is spying on you.
Now I think we all know this one. Matter of fact, where's my phone at? I'm on Google right now. Man, it's crazy because I've really been thinking about some new backpacks. Like, I want to go hiking or something and get a new backpack. All I gotta do is wait a little bit and then some backpacks will start popping up on there. So I know y'all hear me.
The common refrain for cranks and conspiracy nuts for decades has been that the government is watching our every move.
They're scared about
It's
everything.
not completely wrong. With the rise of smartphones and the internet, the government has unprecedented access to information on its
That's
citizens.
real.
They're following us.
Use a VPN.
In the wake of 9/11, the Bush administration initiated far-reaching mass surveillance programs, both foreign and domestic. The NSA's activities in the years since have included sucking up and storing online history, emails, metadata, text messages, you name it.
Yep, that's real. A lot of your deleted stuff isn't really deleted. It's literally just stored somewhere. It's crazy how you can't even be safe deleting your stuff anymore.
Snowden revealed a lot of this info with his leaks, including how other governments were also implicated.
Even if you send it to somebody within the United States, your wholly domestic communication between you and your wife can go from New York to London and back and get caught up in the database.
Few believe that in the time since, governments have just given up. Number 3, false justification for war. In August 1964, the USS Maddox fired a warning shot as 3 North Vietnamese torpedo boats approached the Gulf of Tonkin. After the torpedo boats opened fire, the Maddox sank all 3. 2 days later, the report of a second attack prompted President Lyndon B. Johnson to authorize further military action in Vietnam. For years, people questioned this justification.
At one point, the commander of the ship said, "We're not certain of the attack." Another point, they said, "Yes, we're absolutely positive." And then finally, late in the day, Admiral Sharp said, "Yes, we're certain it happened."
It was eventually revealed that the second attack was imaginary, based on wrongly interpreted communications intercepts.
Miscommunication.
It wasn't the last dubious rationale for war.
So I thought.
In 1990, George H.W. Bush leveraged false testimony crafted by a public relations firm to initiate the Gulf War. Over a decade later, his son would falsely claim that Iraq possessed WMDs to justify an invasion.
The people of the United States and our friends and allies
Really?
will not live.
So they're sitting here, they were just trying to start something.
That threatens the peace.
They were trying to find reasons.
Number 2, Watergate scandal. Perhaps the most well-known political conspiracy of all time, the Watergate scandal was unthinkable when it occurred.
I don't know what that is.
Because people have got to know whether or not their president's a crook.
The scandal began when Republican President Richard Nixon's administration illegally wiretapped and broke into the Democratic National Committee headquarters.
We don't know who ordered the burglary, and we don't really know what the burglars were up to that night.
Their aim was to acquire information about Nixon's opposition in the forthcoming election. The arrest of the perpetrators led to attempts by Nixon and his administration to cover up their involvement.
Hey, them elections, they are so freaking corrupt. Well, the government in general is corrupt. Y'all notice, remember what I said at the very beginning, how majority of these are literally government-based things? It's just like, it's so corrupt that you don't know what's real anymore.
However, mounting evidence and leaks soon exploded into a scandal that has become a byword for political disgrace, leading to Nixon's resignation.
One of the things that's so hard to recreate and understand now, looking back, is there was no sense that the president could lie to the American people.
Things have changed, Garrett.
Things have changed.
Yes, yes they have.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the
bell. Is that a female Ronald McDonald?
Latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them.
Hey, bro.
If you're on your phone, make sure you go into settings and switch on your notifications. Number 1. The CIA conducted mind control experiments. The idea of a government agency trying to control people's minds might sound like science fiction.
I know this is true.
Really happened.
Prostitutes would lure men to these apartments, and then once the men were in the apartments, they were dosed with LSD, and then they were basically studied by CIA scientists.
They were kidnapped and studied.
A commission on the CIA's activities within the U.S. exposed the existence of Project MK-Ultra, a secret program that used drugs and torture to manipulate its victims' mental states.
Kool-Aid.
That's crazy.
With
Yep.
LSD.
I knew it was spiked.
These experiments were conducted on prisoners in secret detention centers around the world, as well as within American universities, hospitals, and prisons. The CIA also funded brutal experiments involving electroconvulsive therapy in Montreal, Canada. Victims of MK-Ultra included Ken Kesey and Allen Ginsberg. It's one of the darkest conspiracies out there, and we still don't know the full extent of it. Did you enjoy this video?
Exactly what I said. We don't know the full extent. Like, that's crazy. The CIA is doing stuff like this. And that's not even 1% of what they probably have done. Well, let me not talk about it too much because I don't want to get taken out next either. I want to see another one of these videos, but it's like cartoons. Because growing up, I was so freaking big on cartoons. And if you don't think that Courage the Cowardly Dog is the best cartoon out there, you're freaking weird. And I don't really mess with you like that. But going into this, I knew that it was going to be majority government stuff just because I'm honestly, at this point, I'm going to just become an FBI agent and start cracking down on this stuff. And if I'm gone, y'all know why. I do love to hear like different people's conspiracies on certain things. And the ones that turn out to be true, sometimes they are like crazy plot twists and stuff. I really mess with Watch Mojo and I like their top 10. So I'm gonna start watching some of these as well. And with that being said, I want to thank every single last one of you for watching this video with me, and I really hope that you enjoyed. Now, I'll see you next time. This has been Javelle, and this has been Watch Mojo. I hope you have a blessed day.